If you're an online fitness coach and you want to scale to $20,000 a month plus in your coaching business, and maybe you're stuck around that 5 to 10K a month mark, I'm going to break down in this video exactly what you should be doing to break beyond that barrier so that you can help more people and make more in the process. If you're new to the channel, my name is Dr. Matt. I've grown both low and high ticket coaching companies to 7 figures, and I started out in the fitness space. Now I do a lot more marketing, sales, systems, because I just love it. But I've been in your shoes, and there was a time where I didn't know where my next client was coming from. And because of that, I've been really inspired and wanted to make this video for you. Okay? So real quick, to do this, I'm gonna be on my iPad, and we're gonna hop on in so I can draw it out. All right, so most of the clients that we work with have coaching offers, fitness coaching offers, around 300 to 500 a month, okay? This is just for simplicity's sake. Some people do packages, some people do other things, but for I'd say like 80-ish% of our clients have coaching offers between $300 and $500 a month. Inside of here includes workouts, nutrition support. They'll have like a 24-hour response times, right? So I'll just put 24/5 response times. They'll also have weekly check-ins, okay? And I really like doing this. This is optional. I know a lot of coaches don't want to have check-ins like on the call or Zoom, but I really like it. It does deliver a next level of support. So we'll just put 1 to 2, calls a month, okay? This is a basic of the offer. There's other things in there. Some people have courses, curriculum, group calls, etc. But I'm just gonna kind of break down a really simple model, okay? So for us to make $10,000 a month with this offer, we really just need 20 to 30 clients, okay? Now in this stage, most of these 20 to 30 clients are gonna come from your network, okay? Your network being friends, being family, being friends of friends, people who know you, people who already know you, right? That's where most of these clients are gonna come from. And that's a good thing. You wanna be selling to those people first because you already have the know, like, and trust factor built there. But there is gonna get to a point where you've ran out of your network. You've tapped out. There's nobody left for you to help. And then this is where most coaches get stuck. They don't know how to get past their warm network. And typically what they're doing is just, posting on social, right? They're posting on social. And the problem with posting on social is just that 10% of your followers will see your content, okay? And that's really not that much, right? So if you're creating and you've got 1,000 followers, which is a great place to get started, right? And you're posting every day, you're gonna have 100 people who see your content. You might get a little bit more views that are from people who aren't your followers, but they haven't built enough know, like, and trust to spend money with you, right? So they're gonna be, maybe they'll follow you, maybe they'll never see any of your content ever again. So because of this, we need a better system to help us convert strangers into paying clients. And that's the key from going to 10K to 20K plus, is learning how to turn strangers into buyers, okay? And we do that almost every time. It's proven by this point. It is through a funnel, okay? Through a funnel. Now, there are hundreds of different types of funnels. There are, traditional sales funnels where you go to a landing page, you opt in. There are social funnels where you follow people, you subscribe, and the content is all tailored to kind of take you through a journey from a new follower, a new subscriber, to a paying client/customer. There's email funnels. There's so many different types of funnels, but they all have the same principles at play here. And that's what I'm gonna break down today, is the principles that are applied here so that you know, based on whatever channel you're on, exactly what to do, okay? So for this, let's go ahead and draw out a funnel, right? For us to get to having more clients, I'll put clients at the bottom here. And just to kind of recap up here, to get us $10,000 a month, we need 20 to 30 clients, right? 10K equals 20 to 30 clients. And now if we want to do 20K, we need 40 to 60 clients. And this is all at that current price point. If you've got a different pricing model, you might need a lot less, okay? This is just what I see the most common right now, okay? So I want to get to 40 to 60 clients. If I've already got 20, I need to double or triple that. Now, how do we do that, okay? For us to do that, we have to get traffic, okay? Traffic is just a fancy word for, awareness, okay? So I'm gonna put this on the top here. We have to get awareness, right? And these are gonna be new eyeballs. That's very important, right? So we've got to generate awareness to get new eyeballs in front of our brand, in front of our business every single day. This middle of the funnel here is going to be what we call nurture. Okay, this is where people will build trust with you. Okay, and then the bottom over here is going to be sales. And for a lot of this is just going to be like, I want to say DMs plus calls, right? Typically this right here is going to be a one-on-one interaction. Some people can do this bottom part here in a webinar style where they're pitching their price or pitching their offer, etc. Don't start there. It's a lot harder to sell to many than it is to sell with one. Okay, so this is the general like frameworks of a funnel. We have to get new eyeballs. We've got to build trust, and then we have to have a one-on-one sales conversation, at least to start in the DMs, preferably to book a call and turn somebody into a client. Okay, here's the thing though. Most people get this wrong, okay? Most people, especially coaches, is they really focus here on viral content, okay? They focus on viral content or they focus on their ads, okay? Viral content and ads are great for filling this top of funnel, right? We can put outreach up here too, okay? Outreach would be like sending cold DMs. Or another one more thing to add up here could be shout outs or partnerships. Essentially what you're doing there is you're going to reach out to somebody who already has a following and ask them for a shout out. Hey, can you like recommend people to follow my page? And for that, I'll pay you anywhere from, $100 to $200. And you can get anywhere from 100 to 1,000 followers doing an approach like that, right? So all of these tactics here are focused on getting new eyeballs, right? And oftentimes the metric for all of these, let's just come down to make a new funnel here. The metric for this top section here are often going to be followers, right? Subscribers, email list. If we're running paid ads, it could be, a cost per lead, right? Someone who opted in. And what else could we put in there? It could be just like, total DMs. And this is like DMs in the sense of if you're doing cold DMs. Not a huge fan of cold DMs, but they definitely can work. And they've been proven in multiple marketplaces. It's just, it's a very grindy approach, okay? Typically, I really like to start a lot of people off by creating really good content, right? Content and ads are my two favorite ones because they're very scalable, right? You're gonna make content every day, yes. You're gonna run ads. If you run an ad, you're gonna probably run it every day, and it'll be very consistent with the amount of results and new leads you get. Outreach, you could do that every day if you want to, and then shout outs, you gotta set up multiple times, and there's a little bit more like work in there. You make one post with somebody and you're gonna make another one. It's kind of a whole other like platform and strategy, okay? But the problem is that I would say most people, like I said, they'll spend like 80% of their time here in this top column. And we're in a stage now where you can't just turn like a new follower into, a $5,000 sale. Let's just say 5K sale, right? You can do that. I'm not gonna say you can't, because I have clients who do this and we encourage them to try to do this, but most people, right, are not going to buy from you the first interaction they have from you, okay? They're not. The moment they follow you, they're not just gonna give you their credit card, right? The moment that they see an ad and they click your ad, they opt in, they watch your training, they're not gonna buy from you immediately, okay? They just won't. What's gonna happen is they need to come here to this nurture stage, right? What they need to do this is they need good content, right? And this can be both in terms of short form and long form. Like for us, we do 2 YouTube videos a week. That's our long form. I am in the educational space, so it's a little bit different than like fitness, nutrition coaching. You don't need to do long form to start. You don't, right? You can stick primarily on Instagram and just create really good, valuable content in the form of reels and carousels and even standalone single posts where you're telling stories about your transformation and the clients you've helped, okay? But what I'm trying to get at here is that so many people spend all this time trying to create viral content, trying to create ads that just crush it, but they don't spend enough time here, right? Here is really where the money's made, okay? This is where the money's made because people need to build trust with you, okay? They need to build a relationship, with you before they buy. right? And if I can build more trust and develop the relationship, I will generate more money. But I have to do this first. And the viral content doesn't do this, right? If I'm creating content to try to get reach, it doesn't have depth, okay? You need to have depth. Depth will allow you to form that relationship. It'll allow you to make money. And a lot of times depth doesn't get the, high engagement, okay? So my encouragement for you, just before we get into this next section here, is that when it comes to content, can you have a good, let's just put 30%, if you have a smaller account, 30% of your content being a little bit more broad, okay? Broad, and the goal of this should be to get follows, okay? Follows or subscribers, okay? And then the rest of it, 70% is going to be more niche and also just deep, okay? This is going to equal dollars, okay? Now, I like the 70-30 split because I think it's very doable. Now, if you're posting 5 times a week, we could do 1 to 2 posts here, and then we could do the rest here. So 3 to 4 posts that are going to be more niche, deep, etc. If you're a brand new account and don't have any followers, it's okay to have, let's say, this be closer to 50% if you want to. But I really like long-term to kind of keep this. And then even longer term, you can make this 80-20, okay? But most of your energy should be spent here, okay? And that's why I really am a huge fan of running primarily, again, let's circle over here, ads at the top. Because if I can have this funnel here, making another funnel as we keep going, right? If I can have the ads plus promotions, which again, that's like the shout outs, stuff like that, that come here. And then here, the next line into this funnel here is content. And I have that 80-20 split. It doesn't really matter if I'm running ads. This 20% here goes viral. Heck, I could legit just run ads and I could just nix all of that and go, 100% of my content be trust content so that I can maximize this pool of people to have them come down, right? What I really want you to think about is the whole point of this video is overemphasize the importance of creating content, okay? If you don't like creating content and you don't want to create content, then I don't encourage you to be an online coach or, you can be an online coach, but don't have your own business, right? Unless you just want to keep it really small, keep it at 5 to 10 grand a month. That's great. That's fine. You don't have to worry about all this stuff, right? But if you do want something that's going to create more financial freedom and geographical freedom and have a big impact, you're going to need to learn how to leverage paid ads and learn how to create content that's going to speak to your ideal client and really provide them value, okay? So real quick, last thing on this funnel here we haven't talked about is going to be DMs plus calls, okay? Now, with this approach, there are some people that will be nurtured very fast, right? They could turn into, they could do this thing where they follow your account and then they just binge your content. This is where you have to have good content. And then they could be like, I love your content. And then they DM you and then you book a call and then they become a client, right? This can happen fast. We have people who have done this in a day. I'm not even kidding. They will find us, they'll follow us, they'll watch content, they'll DM, book a call, and they will become a client in one day. I'll tell you though, that's not the norm, okay? We track all this and I encourage all of our clients to track this too, but we have this one metric that we know really well, and it's the lead to purchase window, okay? And typically we do this more with our opt-in funnel. So if someone watches our free training, and then there's an X number of days before they buy. We track that, and we've been tracking that for a full year now, okay? Our lead to purchase window right now is 38 days, okay? This is 200 to 300 clients. I have to look the exact amount, but 200 to 300 clients. Since we started tracking this, our average lead to purchase window is 28 days, okay? So if I, as the business owner, only focused on this, right, I would lose the majority of people, okay? I would lose the majority of people because out of these people who do purchase, about 10 to 20% will be within 7 days, Okay, there are some people that will do that, but the rest of the 80 to 90% need 7+ days. Okay, some of these people here who are thrown in this average, like just last week, we had 2 people who had been on our email list and been getting our stuff, been watching our YouTube videos for 300+ days. Okay, this is why consistency is so important, right? Because if I was to just stop creating content, oh, this doesn't work, you know, this content stinks, this doesn't work, then I would never see these sales, right? And I know as a business owner, this offer we have right now is new and we just started tracking these metrics. I know that this number here is going to just increase, right? As I go in business, this is just going to increase. So I have to do something consistently for a long enough period before I can say, did this work or not work, right? I find that so fascinating. Okay, now let's come back up here. So for the DM and calls, what do I need to do this, Matt? How do I DM and how do I book calls with people? I am going to link a video up here in the corner, one of these corners here, that covers our DM process. So if you haven't already watched that video, make sure to watch that video. In that video, I'll go over our 7-step process to take a new follower or someone who's engaging in our content through a series of questions to see if we can help them or not. And if we can, we'll invite them to a call. Now, depending on how warm this lead is, right, we'll often do a 2-call close. And what a 2-call close looks like is call number 1 is really a rapport building call. Okay, so we want to get to know them, get to know their goals, just give them a short little context on what we do. Typically, this call is about 15 minutes. And then at the end of this call, we're going to set up an hour-long call over Zoom that's going to be more direct. And the reason that we really like the 2-call close for most people, unless this lead is like super hot, has been following you for a long time, is ready to buy, is that people go into the first call not really knowing what they're going to get. They don't know if they're going to be pitched, but they're going to get just some time to network and connect. But on the second call, they know they're going to be walking into a sales conversation. So they're going to be prepped and ready to make a decision. I've seen a lot higher close rates on that second call with a 2-call close model than I have a 1-call. Okay. Now you might be saying, well, Matt, there's a bottleneck. I have to get them to show up twice. Yes, you do. Okay. Yes, you do. So my encouragement to you is to track the numbers and see, you know, if I do a 1-call versus a 2-call in total, what's the closing rate, and just test between the 1-call and 2-call at the end of like total, like all the leads who come through. With the 1-call, what's my close rate? With the 2-call, what's my close rate? Test it, okay? We do both. Again, I really like the 2-call if they're a colder lead, okay? If they're warmer and they show buying intent in the DMs, send them to a 1-call, okay? So yeah, this is the key, right? So having a mix of content for them to consume after they have followed you to build a relationship so that they can buy from you. Now, one thing I want to mention before closing off here is like, you know, the short versus long form. I really like for most people to get to that first 20K a month mark, right? With short form, okay? Do it with short form. And the reason for that is that it's just more to manage. If I'm doing short form and long form being like a YouTube video, it even could be like a newsletter, could be a blog, all of that. But it just takes more time, man. It just takes more time. Like for me to make one of these YouTube videos, I typically spend about 2 days, you know, scripting it out, writing the hook, coming up with ideas, coming up with analogies, all this stuff to put this and package this together into a long form video. But with the short form stuff, man, I could make that pretty fast. You know, I could make it fast, post it, and just test ideas, right? And the biggest benefit of having a short form platform is that you have the ability to message, right? Ability to DM. And this is where most of your sales are going to come from, up to 20K. Now, once you go beyond 20K a month, you're still going to rely pretty heavily on the DMs, but we want, because we are making more money, we want to spend more time like making better content here. And let's just kind of come back to the funnel analogy one last time. Let's say that this is our funnel, right? And with our current DM process, this is the outcome, right? So this is the outcome as in like, you know, this is the size of the funnel here. if I just create short form content, let's say this is my middle zone, and then at the end that spits out, let's just say 5 clients, right? Now, if I spend more time with long form content in here, I should, assuming that I've got the right people here at the top of the funnel, I should be able to widen out, this section here, okay? If I can spend more time in this middle section nurturing, I should have more people, okay? So this is gonna be more, right? And this could be the same. It could be the same amount of people here, but I'll have a much wider base. And because of this, our sales will also be wider. We'll have more people and there'll be more trust there. I don't have to do as much objection handling, none of that nonsense. And for the same amount of ads, right? Same amount of ads, same amount of content, same amount of any of the things that we're doing up here, I should be able to create more sales because I've built this beautiful thing called trust. Okay? This is the key to long-term success. Okay? There's no strategy out there that's going to ever outbeat trust and value. Okay? That is the key to marketing, is how can I continue to show up, provide more trust, and help more people. Okay? And we do that by focusing on this middle section here. Okay? So that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one was totally unplanned. We had a long weekend of this past weekend with our in-person retreat, and it was awesome. So many great coaches all together, and really just grateful for the community that we brought together. So that's all I got for today. If you guys like this, make sure to smash the subscribe button below. We create daily content just like this to help coaches grow and scale their business. And if you are looking for support, I'm gonna have a link below that's gonna go through our 5-step process that we take all of our new coaches through from start to finish to help them have a scalable and sustainable business model. Okay, so make sure to check that out. You can click the link below. If not, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.